Welcome to Lesson 5, Predicate Adjectives. So today we're going to talk about when an adjective follows a linking verb, such as be or become, and modifies the subject. This is what we call a predicate adjective. So if we look at our first sentence, they are thirsty. Well, they is our subject, are is our linking verb, and remember, whenever we have a linking verb, we must have a backslash following it because there's always going to be a word that's identifying something about the subject. It's going to be either a predicate noun or a predicate adjective, and today we're just focusing on predicate adjectives. So they are thirsty. Thirsty is our predicate adjective because it's telling us, identifying something about they. Our second sentence, the boys are becoming angry. So boys is our subject, are becoming is acting as our linking verb. Linking verbs must have a backslash, followed by some sort of word that is identifying the subject. In this case, it's angry. Angry is an adjective, and angry is telling us something about the subject boys, so it's our predicate adjective. Then we're just left with the. Remember, an and the are always articles, and they always act as adjectives. So I'm going to label the as an adjective, and when I diagram it, it goes right underneath boys. Our next sentence, she must be exhausted. She is our subject. Must be is our linking verb, followed by our backslash. Exhausted is telling us something about she. It's identifying something about our subject, she. And the important thing is it comes after our linking verb. So whenever we have words coming after our linking verb that are acting as adjectives, it's going to be a predicate adjective because it's identifying something about our subject. Next one, your parents will be proud. Parents is our subject, will be is our linking verb, and then we have this word proud coming after our linking verbs. So proud is identifying something about the parents, so it's our predicate adjective. Then we're just left with your. Your is describing parents. It's telling us which parents, they're your parents, so it's an adjective. The only tricky thing about some predicate adjectives is when we have verbs such as feel, taste, smell, look, and sound. If we look at these separately, they look like they could be action verbs. But sometimes they mean the same thing as become, and in that case, it would be a linking verb. So if we look at this sentence, the food tastes good, well, what I always do is I ask myself, can the food actually do the action of tasting? Well, no, a food can't taste, so it has to be a linking verb. I always like to insert is or are, which is a common linking verb, to see if it still makes sense. So can I say the food is good? Does that make sense? Absolutely. And so is a common linking verb, so taste is also acting as a linking verb. So let's do some examples together. The flowers smell wonderful. Smell in this case is like the smell up here. So if we look at this, flowers is the subject of our sentence. It's who or what the sentence is about. And then smell is our verb. Well, you might be thinking, well, smell's an action, but we need to ask ourselves, can the flowers do the action of smelling? Can a flower actually smell something? No. So it's acting as a linking verb. I can also insert is or are into this sentence in place of this verb to see if it's acting as a linking verb. So I could say the flowers are wonderful, and that still makes sense. So smell is definitely a linking verb. So when I diagram this, I have flowers as my subject. Smell is my linking verb. Remember, linking verbs always need a backslash. And then I have some words after my linking verb, so I know these words are probably going to be identifying something about my subject. So wonderful is a predicate adjective because it's identifying something about my subject, which is flowers. So I have flowers smell wonderful. Now I'm just left with my article the. Remember, an and the will always act as adjectives because they modify nouns. Let's look at our next one. The wicked witch was ugly. So who or what is this sentence about? And it's probably going to be a noun or a pronoun. So in this case, it's which. So which is my subject. And we're just focusing on linking verbs. So then we have was as our linking verb. And again, if you're struggling thinking if this is a linking verb or not, insert is or are to see if it still makes sense. The wicked witch is ugly. Yes, that makes sense. So was is a linking verb. So I have which as my subject. Is my linking verb. Linking verbs are always followed by a backslash. Now I have some words after my linking verb is. Oh, oops. That should be was. I have some words after my linking verb was. So ugly is an adjective telling us something about the subject, which is which. So ugly is our predicate adjective. Now I have some modifiers. I have the and wicked. They are both modifying my noun which. I have the which and I have wicked which. So they go underneath the word that they modify. So I have the wicked which was ugly. Last one, number 3. You should have been polite. Who or what is this sentence about? It's about you. Then I have my whole entire verb phrase right here, which is should have been. All of these are acting, well, been is actually my main verb, but should have are helping verbs, but they're acting as linking verbs. And again, I can insert is or are to see if it still makes sense. You are polite. Does that make sense? Yes. So should have been are linking verbs. So should have been. Remember, linking verbs always need a backslash. And then I have this word polite. Polite is an adjective identifying something about you. So polite is my predicate adjective.